Hey guys, it's me again, Vincent. I'm back at it again with another video. This time we're looking at the findings of um, emotional well-being in the Youth 12 research or series.
There
Here
it
we go.
is. Emotional well-being. So some of the things we'll be touching on are life satisfaction, emotional well-being, bit of depression symptoms, um, deliberate self-harm, suicide ideation and attempts, and we'll look at the comparisons in terms of the numbers from 2001, 2007, and 2012. We have Thea again over here to help us out, sharing some of her knowledge or some of her wisdom, if ever, with any of these. Yeah. Um, just mentioning it is quite a sensitive topic, emotional well-being, because some people are really passionate about it, some people just don't really care about it. But in saying that, just would like to mention that this is kind of just our own take to it. We don't mean to like offend or any or do any of that. Yeah. So this is basically just our take of the findings. But yeah, basically, emotional well-being is an important component of health, especially for students. Students who feel happy and able to cope with and are able to cope with problems generally have a greater capacity to do well at school and to enjoy life and to contribute to their families and communities. Emotional distresses and depression and suicidal behaviors are often unrecognized in adolescents and cause considerable harm, and yet these are the issues that can be addressed. So that was from Marianne Stasiak, 2011. So good points there. So we'll get straight into it. Life satisfaction measure. So 92% of students reportedly feeling okay, satisfied, or happy, or very happy with their lives. So 92%, that's good. But 8% of students back in 2012, that's 8% might be a small number, but that's, if you look at it in a large scale, it is quite a lot of people or students or youths, and that's a sad fact or sad thing to hear. As fourth, I'm pretty sure for Thea, but I know for me as a pre-service teacher and also a youth leader, and I'm pretty sure with Thea because she is a youth leader, that some students are just not satisfied with their lives and unhappy, and we all know what these unhappy thoughts or feelings or emotions might lead to. Yeah, if further it becomes depression. Yeah, um, yeah. Um, it says here that 90. Where is it? They're at 94% of the 92. 94% of males and 90% of females were happy. So the men's or the males have a bit more numbers in terms of the females there, and that could come from that's a 6% versus a 10% unhappy students, men versus females, and that could be due to a lot of things, a lot of different reasons. Yeah, as you might be able to kind of elaborate a bit more on, or some of the things that you think females go through a little bit more than men or
Um,
males.
I think more on the health side, just maybe putting aside the whole emotional state, maybe hormonal, as we do experience a bit more of that compared to men. And yeah, I guess that affects us on the more emotional side as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, moving on, deliberate self-harm. Deliberate self-harm among students was fairly common. 29% of female students and 18% of male students had deliberately harmed themselves in the previous 12 months. So this is from 2012. That's a really sad thought, like that students will get to that point where they need to kind of, hurt themselves for whatever reasons, for a variety of reasons, and that's not really a good thing to know about, like kind of just to to have to the knowledge of, you know, and with this knowledge we should do something about it, right? Furthermore, if it can lead to suicide ideation and attempts. 21% of female students and 10% of male students had seriously thought about suicides and in the previous 12 months, and 6% of female students and 2% of male students had made a suicide attempt during the same time period. So, those last two numbers might be quite small, but like again, I've mentioned, if on a larger scale, it is quite a lot of students, and you know, it's not a good thing. It definitely isn't. Comparison from 2001, 2007, and 2012. Approximately 3/4 of students reported good emotional well-being in 2007 and 2012. It wasn't measured in 2001, but we have those 2 years from 2007 and 2012 to go on. I want to kind of know, you know, if there has been much changes in the previous years after 2012 till now in 2017. It's been a long time already. 5 years is a lot, you know. The percentages of males with significant depressive symptoms dropped from 2001 to 2007, which was good, and then increased again in 2012, while significant depressive symptoms among females remained relatively stable all throughout those 3 years. So, yeah, what do you think are indications, or things we can kind of pick up on in terms of depressive, or even suicidal ideation? What things we can kind of cues that we can kind of pick up on to kind of from your experience, if you have any.
I'm gonna need you to expand on that question.
Like, just what do you think we need to kind of look out for in terms of symptoms that are in youth, or what are the most common ones that you've experienced anyways?
I think maybe just in terms of attitude, how they carry themselves day to day. I guess from that, how they choose to face certain things. You can already tell if something is a bit off. Just the simple things like that could be indications in itself.
Yeah, very well put. But yeah, that's basically the findings of emotional well-being. Thank you.